Okay, hello. My name is Sifu Michael Fuchs, and I'm going to talk about and demonstrate today something called Reiki Healing Mudra. Okay, now, so first let's talk about what that means, Reiki Healing Mudra. Let me just set this aside here for a second. So by Reiki, R-E-I-K-I, or like ray, a ray of sunshine, key, like a key, Reiki. This is two things. In English, when we hear the word Reiki, it could mean either of two things. One is a system of healing which was developed in Japan by a gentleman by the name of Mikao Usui. Okay, Master Usui, Dr. Usui. I refer to him as O-Sensei Usui. He passed away in 1926. He was the founder of this healing art. That's why it's named after him. In Japanese, it's Usui Reiki Ryoho, which just means Usui's Reiki healing method. Now, Reiki also can mean something more general, such as, can be translated into English, Reiki as universal life force. That's a common one. Religious people might think of Reiki as the healing love and light which comes from God. Okay? So in other words, Reiki is an energy in the universe which is perfect and pure, and it only seeks to help in the healing and balancing and harmonizing of all living things, and in fact all creation. So it's quite an amazing concept and an amazing energy and topic, which we can't get into in this simple little video too much. But so Reiki, now in Japan, in Asia, there's different names for the same concept, Reiki. Okay? And again, I'm not going to get into all of this today. At another point, we'll talk about that. But Reiki Symbol Mudra, this is the method I'm going to share. I want to just talk about what that means. So Reiki, we're talking about almost all Reiki systems in the world today. And it's becoming more and more well-known and accepted. It's the art of Reiki is in hospitals, colleges, wellness centers. Many, many people all over the world utilize this to their benefit now. It's Usui's Reiki. Now, some of the systems now bear very little resemblance to how he himself worked with Reiki or his disciples and their students. But, you know, that's fine too. Anything, once it gets out into the world, it starts to evolve and change from culture to culture. The main thing is you find a good, sincere person with some skills, and again, I can't get into all this today. But, so Reiki, again, we're either referring to the Reiki, the healing energy of the universe, right? Or God's love and grace and healing powers, which work with our own innate healing powers, which each person and each living being, every animal, every plant, has healing abilities that they're born with. Every moment of every day, our mind and body is healing and balancing itself, or we wouldn't survive. And that's, again, that's very well known in medicine, and medical people will explain it in their way, and traditional healing arts from Asia and wherever it may be, Native Americans, they have their way of talking about it, okay? So that's the Reiki, the universal life force. That's how I generally refer to it. Though I also think of it as a healing gift and power and from God, as part of God, is how I think of it also. And then there's Reiki, the system. I teach something called Butterfly Reiki System, which is modeled upon very much original Usui Reiki Ryoho, and then the people who followed after Usui, such as Shihan Hayashi and Reverend Takada. And again, just with my own unique experiences from teachers I've worked with along the way. Okay, so it's nothing really new that I've made up. It's just the sum total of my experiences put together in a format that I can share with people. Okay, so that's the Reiki. Healing, again, Reiki, Usui's Reiki, is what's known as a high internal healing system. So what does that mean? Well, by high, what we're talking about, when people work with Reiki, there's no diagnosis. There's no manipulation. I do not try to fix someone. Okay, I don't look at them and come up with any kind of diagnosis. It's a very pure, totally pure spiritual healing method where this universal life force operates through the Reiki practitioner. An individual that I'm sharing this with through a light touch, generally, will absorb this, and their own innate healing powers and the virtues of the Reiki healing energy itself do all the work. Okay? So it's a very pure method of healing. There's no diagnosis. There's no manipulation. It almost can never be misused. You cannot, as long as you practice the way you're taught by a good Reiki teacher, you really cannot hurt anyone with this, ever. No one's allergic to it. Okay? All animals, all people, all living beings, plants, anyone can have Reiki. And in fact, there's more uses for it than that even, which again, we'll talk about that another time. So that's the high part. Now let me contrast. A low healing art would be something like chemotherapy. And I'm not knocking you. This is not a judgment of good and bad. Just the chemotherapy, see, you may be, there's side effects. You're poisoned. You're giving someone poison, and hopefully this poison will kill whatever the problem is, the tumors or whatever it might be, before you really cause major damage to the patient, right? Or using radiation, something similar. People's hair may fall out, their teeth, but you're hoping that this will do the trick to save the person. So it's not a judgment. High and low doesn't mean good and bad. A medium system of healing is going to be something that has some minor side effects, okay? And minor manipulation and diagnosis. Most people are safe taking an aspirin. You don't need to see a doctor, right? Not much of a, the person can say, I have a headache, I'm taking an aspirin. Whereas some things are very, they're complex. We have to see a professional. So again, Reiki is a high system of healing. It's at once simple and profound. No manipulation, no diagnosis, almost no chance of hurting anyone. And this is why one of the things that's unique about Usui's Reiki, almost anyone can learn to use this method. Virtually all people that are interested in it, including children of a certain age. Okay? So, Reiki healing. Now, mudra, this refers to a symbolic gesture or posture, or set of movements even. So, common mudra, if you see someone hold their hands like this and they meditate, right, is your hand mudra. Hand mudra, many, many others. Okay, in martial arts we have this, right? Mudra is a word which comes from India, but the concept and practice of mudra is universal. Waving to someone hello, right? Usually this means hello. There might be a culture where this doesn't mean hello. It might mean goodbye. So the mudra may be different. For instance, in most cultures, this means yes and this means no. But there's cultures, believe it or not, where it's the opposite. If you nod your head, you're saying no. And if you do this, you're saying yes. So the mudras that are common, that we think can vary. Now, in various Asian healing arts and in religions, and even in sports and other areas, mudras has become a very detailed, sophisticated discipline in art and study. So you could study yogic mudras, mudras of martial arts, healing arts, Taoist mudra, Shinto mudra. You could study this forever. Christian, for instance, in Christian art, you'll often see the saints and, various other holy figures. They're in postures. They may have their hands in certain positions. And there's meaning to this. So that's a mudra. Okay, it could be a simple, common, everyday mudra or something specific to some sort of art or sport. The official may blow with a whistle and then raise his hand, and that means you've scored. That's the scoring mudra. You understand what I'm saying? So the Reiki healing mudra, Reiki Symbol Mudra, Reiki Symbol Healing Mudra, this is the one today, Reiki Symbol Healing Mudra. Symbol, what I'm talking about is symbols, again, they're something used, again, it's very universal. So for instance, McDonald's has the golden arches, right? Nike, the swoosh with the little dot. Om symbol, right? Something different. In Christianity, it's the cross. That's quote unquote the symbol of Christianity. Now, in Japanese, where Reiki, the art of Reiki comes from Japan, this is referred to as a shirushi, which just means a symbol. Shirushi. Okay, and symbols, again, they're pretty much used in business, religion, sports, healing arts, martial arts, it's very universal. In the art of Reiki, the founder, Usui, O-Sensei Usui, taught 4 specialized healing symbols. So today I'm going to share with you Reiki Symbol Mudra or Reiki Symbol Healing Mudra. And there's 4 of them, not a million of them. Each one has a specific use. Okay? In India, there's what they call yantras. Now, the Reiki shirushi or symbols are really a little different than yantras. They're not as complex. There's 4 of them. The first symbol is an ancient shamanic symbol, which is utilized variations of in many cultures all over the earth. Okay, it's a combination of a spiral shape and 2 straight lines. The second one is actually like a letter from Sanskrit, which had become, over time, through Buddhism, transplanted to Japan. And Osensei Usui utilized this symbol from Sanskrit in his Reiki healing system. Now, the way we use it is different than the original uses of it, say, way back when in India or in Japanese Buddhism. It's specific. It's for harmony and balance, harmonizing and balancing within ourselves. Say mind and emotions, mind and body. Okay? The third and fourth symbols are actually, we say symbol, right? But they're actually Japanese writing, which originally was Chinese writing. You know, the characters you see, like drawings. So the first Reiki symbol is a shamanic symbol that's fairly widespread. We have a specific way we use it. The second one originally came from India, Sanskrit, and was used in Buddhism. It's a sign and symbol of compassion, love, harmony, and balance. The third and fourth, they're actually Japanese writing. So now, we usually in English, they just refer to as symbols. Okay? The thing is, though, they're diverse because each one it's a symbol, right? But it's like saying, you know, English letters symbolize the sounds. That's what the pictures of the third and fourth symbol symbolizes, the sounds. Now the sound, so there's the symbol and the shirushi. The sound is like a mantra. So that each symbol of these 4 symbols has a sound, like a name of the symbol or a mantra. In Japanese it's juman, which means like a magic word or a word that has power, a sound that has power. Okay? So I'm not going to get into all this, but this is some background of Reiki Symbol Mudra or Reiki Symbol Healing Mudra. Okay? Now, it's very simple to perform. Now, Reiki practitioners will know when and how to use this according to how they've been taught. But typically, before I give someone a Reiki healing session, I'll activate some symbols, the purposes of which there's many, okay? Again, we don't diagnose, we don't interfere at all with the healing processes going on within a person. We only share Reiki to assist those healing properties to work better. But each symbol has specific, unique qualities associated with it and reasons for using them, which again, you learn in a Reiki class. I'm not getting into that so much right now. Reiki people will know about that. But typically, before you begin a Reiki healing session, you'll activate some of the Reiki symbols and the mantras, or the juman, the names of the symbols. So the actual method is fairly simple. Now, I learned this from someone, his name is Dr. Maung Gyi, Grandmaster Maung Gyi. He's a very famous and pioneering, like a living legend, he's probably about 90 now, Grandmaster who came here after World War II from Burma. He is the founder of the American Bando Association. Bando are the arts from Burma, ancient arts of martial arts, healing arts, yoga, meditation. Burma is in a very central place in between India, Tibet, Nepal, China. To the south is Thailand. There was a pathway from the west to the east through Burma called the Burma Road. So culturally, their arts are fantastic because it's been influenced by so many tremendous ancient cultures. Okay? Now Burma's known more as Myanmar. Okay? And it's been closed as they're finally starting to open again after World War II. But anyway, Dr. Gyi and his family have preserved literally hundreds of ancient Burmese arts. And he's also expert in any number of other arts, including he's learned Japanese Reiki. Now this comes from his Burmese Minzin system. Minzin is like a Burmese system of Qigong, something similar to that. So this is the person that shared this with me. It's part of my Butterfly Reiki system. Yes, it doesn't come from Japan, but it's a formal and excellent method of activating Reiki symbols, as you'll see. Most people don't really learn a formal way. They'll just point their hand and make some movements. So this method, Reiki Symbol Healing Mudra, or Reiki Symbol Activation Mudra, is excellent because first we're starting by unifying the mind, the heart, the Reiki, clearing our mind. Reiki is an art of compassion. So we start with this gesture. Very well known in Japan, Gasho, Namaskar in Indian arts, prayer position, many different names for this. Now, I want to activate the symbol. I'm going to say in front of me is my client, sitting or laying down. I'm right-handed. I slowly raise my right hand. The middle finger of my left hand is touching the center, the palm chakra, if you want to call it that, or Laogong. Slowly now, I extend my right hand towards the target, the Reiki client. Now I'm going to activate a symbol. So this is the first Reiki symbol. The initials for it are CKR. So I draw it, and then I'll say the mantra for it. I'm saying it silently. The gestures are just helping to send my intention in the Reiki towards the client so that the desired effect takes place. Then you'll slowly retract your hand. Now, I could activate another one if I like. So I'll do the second one. Slowly from the heart. This stays here at the heart. So I draw the second symbol. The initials are SHK. Okay, so that's the Reiki Symbol Mudra, Reiki Symbol Activation Mudra, Reiki Symbol Healing Mudra. I hope you enjoy. You can contact me on Facebook or see my website. It's www.butterfly-chi.com, butterfly-chi.com. And if you have any questions or feedback. Okay, so have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.